This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to our review of Batman number 2 of the 2025 run. Well, this was a really solid issue. I don't know why they spent the last 10 pages of it advertising all these other comics. They could have way better used those different pages to continue the story, but the story itself was good. It looks like Tim Drake is currently Robin in it, although Damian Wayne also exists, so not really sure if there is two Robins right now. Again, I just started up with this new Batman series, so I haven't really read anything from the previous one. So I'm not really sure why, but Damian still is very clearly alive because Tim talks about talking to him about what's going on, and again, I have no idea fully what's going on with Damian as a character right now, but possibly he's with like Teen Titans or something. But going on to everything in the story, there's flashbacks to Bruce teaching Tim to drive. It's interesting because Tim usually does have living parents, so that's something that they would most likely do. And just going through everything else, it's interesting. The police are becoming far more brutal to try and be used over Vandal Savage's officers, and well, I don't think his name was specifically mentioned. I just recognized who the villain was off the issue last one. It is officially said it is Vandal Savage, who is Commissioner of Gotham, and I'm curious to see why that is. But going back to this, honestly, it was pretty interesting to see. There was the entire thing with Savage going and declaring war on Batman, and that's honestly a pretty interesting thing for them to do, since Batman usually this late into his career never really has problems with the police outside of some like dark future timelines. So it'll be interesting to see it here, and it looks like the popular opinion isn't with him, and that Savage is somehow out of the influence of the mayor with his ability to go and say that, yeah, I don't really care what the mayor says. The mayor seems to very clearly be in support of Batman, and he doesn't care and says that only way that they can stop him is arresting him. So I'm curious to see what his leverage over the mayor is, and just to continue through it, yeah, honestly, it is setting up a pretty interesting world, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Both Batman and Tim Drake were pretty seriously injured, while Tim was far less injured. Bruce does have a more humorous moment where he goes and talks about all the different gears the Batmobile has as Tim is driving it for the first time, which is he's just something he wanted to do in the flashbacks. And yeah, honestly, just going through it, I had a bunch of fun with this. I think that it was a solid issue, but again, I wish that they extended the story more instead of spending the last 10 pages teasing a Justice League comic and a Batgirl comic. I think they could have been far better with this, and I am paying for a Batman comic, so I do want that story to be continued in that instead of them spending a good amount of it to go and tease other comics. But yeah, honestly, really, besides that, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a solid story. Excited to get number 3 next month, and you'll see a review of it once I get it. Again, this won't be immediately when it releases. It'll be as soon as my monthly shipment comes in. So again, that's usually around the middle to middle end half of the month. Got a little earlier this month, but again, it always come out like middle of the month for me. So even though it'll be out like a week, maybe 2 weeks before, depending on when it's shipped, I won't be able to get it until that point. But yeah, honestly, really all I have to say. I want to know what you think. Please leave me in the comments, and also next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.